What is up, everyone? It is DJ Martini Midwest coming at you for another video from my channel to say this is part 2 of the concert series from ProReck, and I'm going to show you how to get some assembly done and also show you how to get everything hooked up eventually in a short little video here, hopefully not too long, and then we can get on to my last video that I will make that will have the complete review on the ProReck concert series from ProReck. So thank you so much for tuning in, DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If this is helpful at all, give me a like or subscribe. We're gonna get into it right away. I just wanna say thank you. Join the Martini Nation, like, subscribe, and share. Hit those notification bells so you know when I put out more content about the concert series, the final review, and also any other reviews that I do. Thank you so much. Let's get into the video. So you can see here, I got one together. There was no instructions that I found in any of the boxes, but it was easy enough for me to figure out, and I will show you the best way I can. It's kind of intuitive how it works. And these are definitely more of an array type speaker. They're very, very cool. I did show you in the other video on my unboxing what the speakers look like underneath. They're basically a 4-inch woofer. They look pretty good, and they have like a two-way tweeter on top of them. There's 2 of them in each, so you're getting 8 speakers here in these arrays. They look pretty good. You can see that the head kind of connect all together here by pins, and I'm going to show you how that works. But you can fully adjust them to how you want, so you can set them up to 10 degrees of angle. Yeah, you can. They are like a true array where you can actually move them within themselves. So then you can, put them at the angles that you want for the best sound in your venue or however you're DJing. If you have them on a tripod like this, or if you're going to mount them somewhere as well. Now, I will say that hardware that they do come with, they are made to be put on a tripod like this because they do come with the lower hub to connect to the pole. So I'm going to show you that, and like I said, at the end of the video I'll show you how to get it all hooked up and so you're ready to go. I'm going to change views here to my table. There are not much tools that you need. Actually, you just need your hands, you need a little patience, and I have a 4mm Allen wrench that you'll need at the end to go ahead and put the bottom piece on here. You'll need this piece right here. This is your lower support right here, and it has some pins on here that I'll show you how to get that done. You'll need that tool. You could use, there's nothing wrong with always having a rubber mallet or some kind of soft hammer that you can use if some things don't quite shift in perfectly. Hopefully we won't need to use that, but it's always good to have one just in case. And that's really about it. Like I said, some patience, some time, and you can get these together rather easy. Like I said, I didn't have any instructions. I just kind of had to wing it, figure it out, apply it, and I did get it done on the first try without messing it up. So let's go ahead and switch views, and I'll show you and get them all put together so you can go ahead and mount them on the tripod. So we got to start with the bottom piece, and you can see that has all these little cords with the push pin clips here, and if you push that in, it will release these little balls to go in or out and then lock in. So just know that. And then this long part on this is for the back, and these short ones are for the front. So we know that, and they should lock in. And I'll show you this part right here. So on these arrays, I got it upside down here, you can see there's a little slot here. And there's also a slot on the top, and there's a little arm here. That arm will help you pull these pieces out. And you can see I can't pull it out because there's these pins in these ones. So you can go ahead and push that button, pull these pins out. And now we can use that little arm, and these will pull out. And once you pull these out, that's how you connect the next one on top. It's just like the other ones, and it has one in the front and one in the back. All right, so we want to go ahead and pull these pins out, and they do come out pretty easily. And then we're going to go ahead and start with the bottom plate. So like I said, this bottom plate, the back we'll go to the part where, and it does slide in pretty easily here. That's going right in very easily, and it just slid right into those slots. So you can see that I slid into this slot down here, and then we slid into this slot on the side right there. Now, we want to make sure for these first ones that we use, of course, the pins from the bottom of the plate here. So we slide those in, kind of line it up here. There we go, I got one in. Get the other one in here now that the other one's lined up. There we go, got that one in. And we're still using the pins from the bottom plate. We gotta go to the other side. And yep, got that pin to go in, there we go. And then once you find that holes lines up, push the pins, line them up, get them to go in. That one's not all the way in yet, but we'll get this one in first. There we go. And this one. There we go. All the pins went in. Takes a little bit of shifting finding that first hole, and then so all these bottom pins are in. And so that one is locked onto the bottom of the bracket, and we're ready to move to the next one. So like I said, so now we're using the pins from the speaker now. If that makes any sense. We're using these pins right here from the speaker. And I actually have to switch one around, but it went right in. Once it lines up, you're good. So now we have the pins from the speaker. And like I said, you got those little extra, and we just pull those up. Long ones go to the back, short ones are in the front, and we can go straight to the next speaker. And we pull the pins out. Like I said, I already pulled the pins out of this one. And like I said, we just go lay it on top. And they do fit together pretty well. Those went right in. I just have to pull the back ones out. And like I said, you can put these however you want. If you want to set them to 10 degrees or 5 degrees. I'm setting all mine at 0 for now. And you just use the pins from the lower speaker. So now I'm using the pins from this speaker to go into this speaker. So here are the pins from that lower speaker. It's going to go into this speaker once I get these lined up. Got that one lined up. Pins from the lower speaker to the upper speaker. Got that one lined up. And now we have this one for the next speaker. So you just kind of work your way up. So the bottom plate goes into the speaker, and then this speaker goes into this speaker, and then this speaker will go into the next speaker, and you can just keep lining them up this way. So we're going to go and turn this around. I'll show you that again. So this goes to the next speaker. We don't need those pins yet. This pin from the bottom speaker will go into this speaker here, and we just got to line this up, pick it up a little bit, and line, press the button and push. This one, I'm going to line this one up, and you see that I have to move this back into the slot here. And like I said, I'm marking it at 0. Lock in, and it locks right in pretty easily. So, and we're just going to continue to do that. So I'll do one more because you'll probably be able to see that one the best. And lay that on top. And like I said, I'm going to pull these up. Pins from the bottom speaker to the next speaker. On 0 for me is where I'm going, but you could do that how you like. Being a little tricky. Just can't get that hole. There we go. And I got that matched up. And now the next pins will go up to the next one, but I'll turn this around and show you the next one. And like I said, these are getting pretty heavy. These are pretty heavy. They have some weight to them. But like I said, we're going to go to this pin, flip up this, there we go. That one is in, pin in. This one, there we go. There we go. And if they don't fit at first, you just gotta shift the speaker either sideways, up, down, around. You just gotta basically move the speaker a little around and you'll finally find the perfect pin placement. So I have one more speaker to go on this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Kind of showed you the process. We just slide those levers up, pin from the bottom speaker goes to the upper speaker, plate on the bottom goes up, and then like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get to the bottom piece and show you how to get that. But you just keep working that process as you go. Like I said, I'm setting all mine at 0, but you can set yours however you want when you get there. All right, so we're back. You can see I put the last one on, and then on the last one, the pins on this top speaker, your last speaker that you have, you don't have to remove those out because you're not going to put another one on top. But if you did, you would just keep repeating the process. But these ones just stay in the normal spot. You don't have to remove them. And then, like I said, now we're up to the part where we're going to put the bottom base piece on. And that is right here. And the screws are inside of it. And you have your clamp down screw here. And you have 4 hex type screws, which I have a 4mm long extension for that. Kind of helps me out, gives you a little torque as well. But these are pretty heavy, so I'm going to go ahead and lay this sideways here. Okay, we got that laid down, and you can see the base right here, and it's pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and put this going towards the back. This is the back of the speakers here, so I'm going to go ahead and put that to the back. I always just like to get these started just to make sure how easy they go in, and they do go in pretty easy. So I'm getting them started just to see, make sure they're good. If they don't just completely screw in like with your hand, I would put a little oil or some WD-40 or something like that just to make it a little easier, but these go in pretty easy. So like I said, put this going towards the back like this, and then I'm just going to start all these screws. Just makes it a little easier to get going. Once they start threading, then I can use my tool here. There we go. I'm going to use my tool here, like I said. That's why I like these, because you can just spin them like that, and you can see that one's tight. Make sure you get a good, because these are pretty heavy, so make sure you tighten these up pretty good. Okay, tight, tight. Check this one again, tight, and tight. So all this is tight, that is firmly on there, and then you just have your last piece, the tension tightener for your pole mount. And I always just thread that until I can feel it on the inside of the pole so you don't scrape up your poles. And that's it. This is ready to go onto your tripod as a speaker, so you're ready to go. And then we're going to go to our next part where I actually just show you how to get everything hooked up, and we should be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and show you, I'm going to show you 2 ways, okay? I'm going to show you the ProReck way it says on the instructions right here on how to hook these up, and then I'm going to show you the way I did it, just because I think it makes a little bit more sense cable wise. But like I said, I'm going to show you ProReck, and I'm going to show you my little shortcut way, and you guys decide what you want to use. So you're going to have cords like this. Notice one is longer. This is a 14-inch cable, and there are 2 little like 8-inch cables right here. So you're going to go to your speakers, and they're all going to have these little rubber protectors in there, and we can remove all those. And then when you get these cables in, you can put them back in for the ones we're not using. But I just take them all out, that way we know how to get started here. And like I said, now we're just going to follow the instructions. Each one has a little diagram on here on exactly how to do it. So it should be pretty easy to get done, but you just follow it. So they're actually saying to take the input on 4 speakers. The input is going, they have it at the top here. And so you kind of have to reverse it a little bit. So following their diagram, they want the input to come to the top, and then they want our longer cable to go from this parallel out here to the parallel out, actually to a input here. So we're going to parallel out to an input here, and then we are going a smaller cable from the input here to the series out here, and then from there we're going here. Then these are connecting from here, from a series out to the input here. So I'm going to adjust those accordingly here. There we go. So that's the way we look. Okay, and now the second thing you need to do, once I got that, then you have to, it actually tells you the on and off. So in this scenario, you're going to want this one is on. It says series out, and there's an on and off switch. You're going to want to turn this one on. So we're going to turn that one on. This one's off. This one is on, and this one is off. Okay. And once you have that, this one is ready to go. So then all you would do is we're going to take, this is the cord that you get. This is your speak on 2/4 jack here. You're going to take this cord, and it's going to go into the top here. Okay. And then from there, our speak on cable is going to go to our subwoofer, and we'll go there here in just a second. So that's how ProReck wants you to set it up. And like I said, so we have, you know, a longer cable going to the middle one, the shorter one connecting the series out to the input, a series out to an input, like I said, and then on the power, we have the top one's on, middle one is off, third one is on, and the bottom one is off. Okay, and that's how they have it in the ProReck diagram there. Now, just really quick, I did the same thing on mine, but I just reversed it. Okay, so I just reversed this. So there's multiple ways you can hook this up. The diagram is on there from ProReck on how they want you to do it, but I wanted a little bit more cable on the bottom to be able to hook up, so I ran mine from the bottom, and so I just have it hooked into the bottom input. So I just switched it. It just reversed, but the cable goes on the bottom now. So I have a series out to an input here, a parallel out to the input on the second one, and then I have the, of course, the series out to an input on that. So I just flip-flopped it because it makes more sense for the cable to come in at the bottom than the cable to come in at the top, in my opinion. So some people might disagree with that. Some people, like I said, that's all opinion and up to how you guys want to do it. But it's just cool to show you that you can do it either way and it will work. Okay, so you guys can kind of see that, pause it, check it out. Whatever you need to do on how you want to hook it up for your system. And then just know, if you do it my way over here, this one needs to be off, this one needs to be on, this one needs to be off, and this one needs to be on. So it just flip-flops, you know, this one's on, this one's off, this one's on, this one's off. For mine, I just flip-flopped it, so this one's off, this one's on, this one's off, and this one's on. So it's just flip-flopped. So like I said, it is possible to do it either way. You guys decide what you want to do, but I just thought it was kind of cool to show you that as well. Like I said, that way you can come from the bottom. It just makes more sense for a little bit more cable than come in all the way from the top. So just an option. So now let's go to the subwoofer and show you how to get hooked in there. All right, everybody, we are back. Sorry for the weird angle, but this thing is kind of heavy, so I didn't want to lift it up and put it on a table. I thought this would just be the second best way to get it done, and you can see everything, and I'll be able to show you how to guys get this hooked up from the sub level. So the first thing, of course, you want to go ahead and plug it in, and so that cord does come with everything. So you just plug it in, put it into an outlet, and you'll be ready to turn it on when we get there. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to get our speak on cables right here, and I'm going to plug this one in. Make sure you pick left or right, and I'll just show you that these do have little notches on them, and the silver piece is a little release. You can see that I can release, but like I said, there's a notch on there, and so you can't really put them in wrong, and the silver part does go towards the top, and so it'll just go in and then a twist, and they should be locked in. They can't get pulled out, which is nice. And if they do get pulled out, they're going to get broken. So, but yeah, it is nice. They lock in. You don't have to worry about them like a quarter jack, accidentally coming out if they get pulled or something. Very, very good there. So we are hooked up. So technically this system is ready to go. All we would have to do is turn this on, and we could Bluetooth to this, and we'd be ready to go. Now, if you wanted to Bluetooth to it, all you'd have to do is hit the Bluetooth button, turn on the Bluetooth. You can either turn it on or off. Once you turn it on, it will start flashing blue, and then you just need to go to your device and pair to it. Really, really easy. It comes up as ProReck, and you just connect to it. So pretty easy to get hooked up there. The next thing, of course, if you're going to go and plug this into a controller, a mixer, a laptop, I'll show you how to get that done. Now, they make all kinds of cables out there, and I will leave some links to some accessory cables that you'll need to hook it up to, a laptop or something like that. But the easiest way, of course, is they make quarter jack to RCA cords like this. And so you have quarter jack on one side, RCA on the other. They also make quarter jack, two quarter jacks like this to one 3.5 millimeter jack, which would be a cable, which I'll show you in a second here. But so they make all kinds of cables. So whatever your scenario is that you need, it's kind of narrows you down to the cables that you want to buy, okay? And so then we would just go straight into left or right. Go to the correct left or right on your device, whether that be a mixer, a controller that uses RCAs, whatever you need, just make sure you're in the correct left or right. So piece of cake there. If you have a little bit more fancier controllers that have XLR, same thing. One XLR cable goes to left, one XLR cable goes to right. Really easy there. Like I said, another way, if you're just going straight to a laptop, they do make these adapters. You see this is an adapter, and it has RCA to quarter jack. And like I said, they make cables with the RCA to 3.5, and that would just go straight into your laptop. So that would be easy to hook up as well. And like I said, and they make cables that are just like this, the quarter jack to a 3.5, and without the adapters, and then you could just go right into those same plugins, go right to your laptop or any device, really, your tablets, your iPads, everything. Unless they don't have a 3.5 anymore, then you'll just need the adapter for that, whether it be USB-C, Lightning, whatever, and then you can still use this with all your devices. And this also still has link outs, so you can go to any other powered speaker as well. So any other powered subs, any other powered cabinet speakers, DJ speakers, whatever you want, you could also hook in to them via a XLR cable. So pretty easy there, pretty simple to hook up, get going. Make sure you adjust your gain levels too for either your satellite or your sub, and boom, you're good to go. So really simple hookup, and all those good things. We'll talk about a little bit more about the digital presets that they have on this in my final review, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, that's all I got for you, and let's wrap this up. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning into this assembly and hookup of the ProReck PR-212, the concert series set. Hopefully, like I said, sorry this went a little bit long, but I just want to make sure I got all the information out. Also showed everybody the easiest methods, the way that I know how, and try to be, explain the most as possible for everybody's skill level. So sorry it went a little bit long, but I just wanted to show you everything that I thought was important with hookup and assembly on the ProReck PR-212. So thank you so much for tuning in. It's been DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. Please like, subscribe, and share. If this was helpful at all, give me a like, and stay tuned for my last and final video on the concert series set, which will be my final review, pros and cons, a little sound test, and, you know, my overview on what I think of the system. So thank you so much for tuning in. More videos coming always on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, including other tech that I'll be reviewing as well. So always got some videos in the making, so stay tuned for more content from me. Catch you really soon on my next video.